It's the holidays, and that can be a mixed blessing for some of us. One study shows that 64% of people with mental illnesses like depression and anxiety find that the holidays make their symptoms worse. There are just some years where this season is a bit more bitter than sweet, and even on the best of years, it's nice to have some tools in your back pocket to help you navigate the holidays with a healthy brain. I'm PJ Aubrey, BYU psychology graduate and mental health advocate. In today's bonus holiday episode, we're going to cover some simple, extremely accessible strategies for maintaining your mental health during the holiday season. Now, this episode isn't a part of our normal schedule, but here at A Survivor's Guide to Hell, we can't tell you how much we appreciate you. Consider this episode our gift to you. Ready? Here's 3 tips for surviving the holidays with mental health. Tip number 1, gratitude. Could we possibly pick a cheesier tip? Hey, where I come from, we love cheese, and gratitude, as cheesy as it may be, is a mental health powerhouse. Gratitude impacts you physiologically. It changes the way your body is functioning. It has a way of reducing your heart rate, blood pressure, and stress hormones. It's amazing. Research suggests that folks who regularly practice gratitude tend to visit the doctor less. They have more positive relationships, and they maintain a more positive attitude in general. Think about it. When you're practicing gratitude, you are savoring the good things you already have in life. You're taking a bath in all the positives around you. It's hard not to feel better when you're constantly treating your mind to a gratitude soak. So, how can you easily practice gratitude? It's pretty simple. You can write what you're grateful for in your journal. If you're spiritual, you can talk about your gratitude points in a prayer. You can even just ponder what you're grateful for the next time you're commuting somewhere. The more regularly you practice gratitude, the more powerful the effects. In fact, you know what? Let's just do it right now. Going off script here, I'm going to think of 3 things I'm very grateful for, and then we'll give you a turn. Okay. I'm grateful I have this very thick winter coat that still looks cute. I'm grateful that none of my chickens got frostbite last night. And I'm grateful that my house has central heating. That's a really nice thing. Okay, I'm going to give you a second. If you choose, you can pause the podcast and think of your own 3 grateful things. See if it helps you feel any better. And if one session doesn't quite do the trick, do it more. Okay, here's your chance to pause. Are you pausing? Okay, moving on to tip number 2, manage your holiday expectations. Let me tell you about my perfect holiday. On my perfect holiday, someone else would do the cooking and the cleaning, and my kids would not fight. Everybody would be just super grateful for everything they got, and no one would be grumpy or entitled about the things that they didn't get. And I wouldn't have any stuffy noses or runny noses in the house, including mine, because I think I have a cold. And we'd have a white Christmas. Yes, that would be my perfect holiday. But am I going to get it? No, I'm not going to get it. I have kids that fight. I want a big holiday dinner, but I don't want to cook or clean anything. And I'm sure someone's not going to be thrilled with the gifts so thoughtfully procured for them. So, not everything's going to be perfect. These things that go wrong could easily steal the holiday magic if I let it, but I don't want to let it. And I don't want you to let it either. So here's my advice. Take a moment to think about what is in your control and what isn't. Peg your hopes, peg your expectations on what is in your control. Now, a word on control versus influence, this trips me up all the time. I might feel like something is in my control because I have influence over it. But that's not really the case. Let me give you an example. How my kids are acting. I can create an environment where good behavior is more likely, I can create a system of rewards and consequences to encourage good behavior and discourage bad behavior. This makes it seem like the way my kids are acting is in my control, but it's still not. I have influence over how they behave, but in the end, I still can't control how they behave. Don't let this trip you up. This goes for you too. Anytime someone else's behavior is in question, you might be able to influence them, but let go of the illusion that you can control them. Believe me, your life will be a lot less disappointing, and the people around you will probably be grateful for it too. When you realize that others' actions are out of your control, even if you can influence the situation. So, what is in your control this holiday season? And how can you manage your expectations? Well, peg your hopes on things you can manage, like your own attitude, how you treat others, how you respond to difficult situations. This stuff might take practice to really nail it the way you want to, but it's also some of the only stuff truly in your control. Let's do it together again. I'll go first, and then I'll give you a chance to pause and set your own expectations. Okay, so this holiday season, my expectations/goals are, I want to be really difficult to offend. I want to keep a good attitude, even if people are not behaving themselves the way that I'd like. Yeah, I think that sums it up. I want to be hard to offend, hard to disappoint, and have a good attitude, regardless of what's going on. Those are my expectations. That's what's in my control. Now, if you like, you can take a moment, pause the podcast, and set your own expectations for your holiday. Pause time, if you want it. Do-do-do-do-do. Okay, tip number 3 for holiday mental health. Do something kind for someone else. Did I say that gratitude was the cheesiest suggestion we could come up with? Well, I was wrong, because I have a 3-cheese stuffed crust extra Parmesan cheesy suggestion for your holiday mental health. And that's to do something kind for someone else. I'm not just advocating kindness to encourage you to embrace the spirit of the season, though that's probably a good idea. Engaging in a kind act, just like gratitude, has measurable physical and psychological benefits that are very similar to the benefits of gratitude. I'm talking less symptoms of depression and anxiety. I'm talking increased life satisfaction. And here's a fun bonus. Just like some mental illness tends to spread to others, acts of kindness really are contagious. This isn't just a line from a Christmas movie. Folks who are treated to an act of kindness are measurably more likely to spread their own acts of kindness. What a treat when we get to talk about a positive cycle in mental health rather than just the vicious cycles. So, go on, clean the snow off someone's car for them, shovel their driveway, bring them a coffee. Chances are it'll do you just as much good as it'll do them, if not more.